this is the first time that we actually came from all around the world, and all we had was one thing in common, was our love and support for paces. We're actually trekking through the mountains of Norway to be able to raise funds and raise awareness about paces and their work with the Palestinian children in the refugee camps.
I never worked with Palestinians before. I never worked with people coming from that part of the world. And I said, wow, here's a lot that we can learn. I thought that we should show them a nice part of Norway. And in this short trip, we get to see a little bit of everything.
The children of Paces are playing in the Norway Cup, and we wanted to be able to join them to see them in action.
فعلا ذهلوني بطريقة تعاونهم، طريقة لعبهم. يعني أنا ابني كان يلعب قدم بالمدرسة وبأندية بعمان، بس ما كنتش أشوف منه المستوى والأداء اللي عملوه شباب وهو بعمرهم. يعني بفرجي قديش التعب اللي خطوات عم تعمله.
For their age, the level of football is extraordinary. They control the ball so meticulously, they pass it, they play as a team, and that's what football is, that it's a team game, and they understand that. Watching the kids play is almost as if I'm playing with them. The nerves that they're feeling are just as much as the nerves that I'm feeling, if not more.
لما تشوف الأولاد والبنات عم بيلعبوا بروح جميلة، بروح جماعية، بروح إصرار، وبدهم يفوزوا بس بطريقة جميلة وبطريقة هادئة، بين شو نوع الاستثمار اللي انعمل مع هذول الأطفال. مستثمرين احنا في شخصياتهم، مستثمرين في طريقة تعاملهم مع الجو، كيف بيتعاملوا مع زملائهم.
These kids come from a very marginalized area. They have a lot less than any of the other children that they are competing with. But what they did have was skill, what they had was passion, and you can see the level of teamwork that they had, and that doesn't matter how long they've known each other or how long they've trained together. Their passion and love for the game and love for one another and support for one another was truly emotional.
If I can bring them here to Norway, I can make them do something that could be a little bit hard for them. You know, push them a little bit outside their comfort zone, make them maybe a little bit, suffer, but then in the very end, make them master it, and then have the idea of, okay, if I can master this, what else can I master?
It was a lot harder than we had expected. I think most of us thought it would be a simple walk through forests and green, but it was a lot more challenging than that, with rocks and snow and much longer hours than we had expected.
هو الصعب إنه كان الاستمرارية، إنه الجسم صار في إرهاق، صار في تعب مؤلم يعني من إجريك ومن حوضك وتحت كله ألام.
There were many cliff edges where if you moved slightly to the left or to the right, you're gone.
I did not expect to see so much snow. I did not expect to have to cross over waterfalls. And I was quite impressed with everyone that was there because, they just kept going.
Even though I was struggling throughout, the idea, the mentality that you're helping the kids keeps you going. You don't feel your legs anymore, but they just keep going, they keep moving.
We had older people, younger people, no matter what age group they were. The uniting factor of Paces made every single step of the journey so much more enjoyable. Sports is not just about sports, and sometimes people don't realize that. Sports is about dedication, it's about commitment, it's about managing your time, it's about discipline, it's about so many things. And that's the value that Paces can give to all of these children. What Paces is giving them is a feeling of camaraderie. It's giving them manners, so they're learning how to work with each other. It's teaching them teamwork.
يتأكدوا إنه دايرين بالهم على دروسهم، دايرين بالهم على حياتهم، على أكلهم، على نظافتهم، وبيؤدي هذا لجو أكثر طبعاً بناء بدعم الطموح تبع الأطفال.
I have lived in Jordan for many years and I have visited the Palestinian camps in Jordan. And kids there, they really have very little. They have no heating in the classrooms, no cooling in the summer. The classrooms are overcrowded. They're lucky if they have a bench to sit on, and the physical activity is nowhere. The opportunities are very limited. So PACE is doing a great job to provide those opportunities.
الخطوات أمنت لنا كل شيء، من لبس رياضي لأدوات لنتمرن وطاقم تدريبي. يعني بحس حالي إني لاعب عن جد، مش زي ما كنت قبل. فخطوات قدمت لي أشياء كتير يعني ما كنت أتوقعها أصلاً بحياتي إنه حدا يقدم لي إياها.
Considering what we have access to and what they have access to, for them to be able to develop the way that they have through the trainings and through the workshops and through the coaching, it just makes you see how hungry they are and how much they're capable of. And you see that because they are given so much less on a daily basis and they do so much more with it. It's just, there's nothing that they can't achieve. The fact that we got to see the children is probably the most valuable part of the whole thing. I think it's very valuable for them to see that there are people that care. And even when we were at the pitch, you could see all the other kids had their parents around and the PACES kids just had us. And for me, that gave me goosebumps then and it gave me goosebumps now talking about it. And you could see it in their eyes.
If you can help each other, if you can build bridges, if you can take some actions that will help the world, move forward. It has nothing to do about religions, it has nothing to do about borders, about nationalities, it's about people, no? The human beings coming together.
I think the most important thing is to help raise awareness about PACES and their cause and their mission by telling people that we're going on a hike in Norway. So firstly, we're telling people about PACES, so they're wondering what it's like, what it's about. Then they get to know more about PACES. They can tell their friends. Not only donate, but they can also tell other people. That's the idea. By raising awareness with other people, you're naturally going to get more help.
For the first time, the goal was not to get to the end. The goal was just to enjoy being in the moment. And all of a sudden, it all made sense. And I realized that we're doing this for a greater cause than finishing a race or getting to the top.
Once you get to the point where you've walked 57 kilometers, climbed the mountain for 57 kilometers, you realize that you can accomplish anything.
In the very end of the day, you'll feel good about yourself. And that's what it's all about, no? And if you feel good about yourself, you feel good about others. That makes the world just a little bit better today than it was yesterday, and a little bit better tomorrow than it was today. And if we could contribute to that, I'm happy, more than happy.